أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really powerful passage from the Quran, drawing on some wonderful material compiled by Mir Ali Shah for living the wisdom of the Quran. And this is a passage that, it doesn't ease you in gently. It starts by pulling the rug right from under your feet. And that quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly sets the stage for the chapter we're exploring today, Sūrah al-Wāqiʿah. It opens with this absolute, undeniable declaration of an event that just shatters every illusion of permanence we cling to. So let's get right into it with the very first verse. It lands with this incredible weight, like a tolling bell, announcing a certainty that is simply not up for debate. The key term here, the name of the surah itself, is al-Wāqiʿah. Now, this isn't just an event. It's so much more than that. Let's actually break down what this powerful word really means. So right from the get-go, the surah is telling us that this event isn't something that might happen. No, its occurrence is already a settled reality. And when it finally arrives, any kind of denial is completely impossible. This verse just confirms it. On that day, all the arguments, all the falsehoods, all the little ways we fool ourselves and others, they all just collapse. What's left is pure, unfiltered, undeniable reality. And this new reality, it brings about a massive, profound reversal. And this gets to the very heart of it. A total flipping of this world's values. Everything we see as high, status, ego, our public image, all of that will be brought low. And what's so often hidden or ignored, things like sincerity, inner truth, our actual nearness to God, that is what will be raised up for everyone to see. So how does this incredible event actually happen? Well, the Quran paints this incredibly vivid picture of a total cosmic unmaking, and it starts with the one thing we assume is the most stable, the very ground beneath our feet. The word used here, rujat, it doesn't just mean shaken. It means shaken over and over, powerfully, violently. It's this intense earthquake that's designed not just to move the ground, but to shake our hearts awake to what is truly real and eternal. Think about it. Mountains are our ultimate symbol of permanence, of stability. But here, the word basat means they are completely pulverized, just crushed into nothing. The most solid things we can imagine are revealed to be fragile. And that word, haba'an, it describes those tiny little dust motes that you can only see it when they float through a ray of sunlight. Can you imagine that? What seemed so massive, so unmovable, becomes as weightless as scattered dust. It's such a profound lesson for the soul. Don't get attached to what won't last. This is where the meaning just gets so much deeper. You see, the Sufi masters, they read these verses and saw something more. Not just a future cosmic event, but a powerful description of a deep inner unveiling, something that can happen to us right now, inside ourselves. So from this inner Sufi point of view, this shaking is actually the destabilization of our own carefully built identities, our egos, all the things we rely on for our sense of who we are. And from this vantage point, this inner collapse isn't a punishment at all. It's a mercy. It's the necessary breakdown of the false self of the ego, so that our true self, the soul that's connected to the divine, can finally step out into the light. And this beautiful question from Rumi really brings it all home, doesn't it? It gets to the heart of the matter. What does all of this mean for us, right here, today? Why does this ancient passage matter so much in our modern lives? So the surah isn't just trying to make us afraid of some distant future. It's asking us to look with honesty and courage at our present. So let's take a moment and really engage with a few questions it poses to our hearts. Just think for a second about the mountains in your own life. Those core beliefs, those cultural assumptions, the habits that you've just never really stopped to examine. What are they for you? And what about all the roles we play? The self-images we project, our job titles, our social status, our reputation. What parts of who we think we are depend completely on what other people think of us? If your career, your relationships, your daily routines were all suddenly shaken up, what would be left at your core? Who would you be then? This is really the essential question the surah is asking us. Now, to help with this really deep reflection, the spiritual tradition offers some simple but incredibly powerful practices that we can weave into our daily lives to help prepare our hearts. We're invited to these simple daily practices. First, muhasabah, just a gentle check-in, an accounting of our inner state. Second, tawbah, making that quiet turn back to God from something we've been avoiding. And finally, cultivating a hidden sincerity, doing small acts that are known only to God. These practices help us build a real awareness of what's true long before that great unveiling happens. This just captures the goal so perfectly. To live in a way where that final, inevitable reality isn't some terrifying shock, but feels more like a long-awaited homecoming. Let's end our reflection together with this beautiful prayer, this munajat, which is inspired so directly by the profound message of this surah. You see, this great collapse is really just the beginning. The surah then moves on from this incredible upheaval to the final outcome. And it leaves us with an unavoidable question to think about. When everything we rely on is shaken, when all the dust finally settles, where will we truly stand? We hope this exploration, drawn from the work of Mir Ali Shah, leaves you with a meaningful reflection.